trees this year and had to work the ball and really was guessing, but it worked out to my benefit. And so it's a lot harder than people think when you're switching golf balls, but I guess the proof is in the results of my ball striking. As far as distance has gotten a little bit longer, and my scrambling has gotten a little bit better, and so has my putting. So the results speak for themselves, and hopefully it'll keep improving.
Yeah, I think, I mean, as AK said, you know, the golf ball is the toughest part in the equipment to change, because first of all, you need to get the feel right, which is not easy. Then there's distance control. There's many factors to it, and you know, it has to you have to get the right feel for the driver, for the wedges, for the putter. So it's usually quite a complex move from one ball to the other. I think when you see, you know, when us players see the dramatic improvement that we saw with this ball compared to the old ball, it was, you know, much easier to switch. And that's why, I mean, as Rock was saying, I first tested the ball for 9 holes in Shanghai, and we had a little chat about how it felt. And then in Maui with Steve, we played 9 holes, and I was, you know, 100% convinced to switch to the new ball.
Can you guys work the ball as well as with the old ball? I mean, hit it high, low, turn it right, left?
I think so. The only difference is you have to actually spin the ball. If you're trying to hit a hook, you have to make sure you commit to hitting the hook, because the ball will straighten out on you. Just because there's not as much spin when you're hitting those shots. So those off-center shots end up going a little bit straighter. So if you commit to hitting your hook or your fade around the tree, or you know, to a tucked pin, it ends up working out actually to a safer area, because the ball won't hook or fade as much.
Because there's two choices of balls, is there any scenario that you'd come to a tournament site, see the golf course, and decide maybe to switch to the other ball, or is that a possibility?
I don't think so. I mean, personally, you know, as we were saying, the ball is such a complex part of the you know, of the bag, that you don't really want to switch, because, you know, distance control, you know, all the distances would be different, and the feel would be different. And when you have, you know, such a good ball, you don't really need to switch in any conditions. You can play, you know, soft greens, hard greens. It doesn't really affect your game.
I really like your concept as a golf ball engineer. I've been working on that direction the past 10 years. But these guys talk about Sunday afternoon. They have to get happy hour. So I'm still challenging, because that's a great concept. I like that.
Staying with the players, on the same note, has the ball forced you to change your equipment at all in terms of loft of your driver, or, you know, there's optimal numbers that's going to maximize your distance, but there's also your desired trajectory, which most pros default to, as opposed to the numbers they default to. I like to see the ball in this window. Has the ball launched any higher, lower? Have you changed loft to your driver shafts or anything like that? Has it forced any equipment changes because of the ball? As a result?
It's funny you ask that, because 2 weeks ago I switched drivers, and I didn't switch drivers, I switched shafts, and I think I added about 10 to 12 yards off the tee in the air. And
can I ask what you switched to, Anthony? Excuse me.
Yeah.
What are you playing now?
Let's see what it is.
Is that it? Yeah, is that a Helix?
Fujikura. But I switched shafts. It actually kicks the ball a little bit higher, and I think because the ball spins so much less, I have to get the ball in the air faster for it to hang on. So we went to a little bit lighter shaft, which kicks the ball a little bit higher, and put on probably 10 to 12 yards off the tee.
And was that a direct result of your switching the balls?
I didn't switch. I never thought I would have to switch drivers, because I was hitting it pretty straight and I was working it to the right. And I just tried it. My caddy thought it was a good idea to try it, and it ended up working out.
you did it solely with the shaft as opposed to the loft to the head, loft to the
Yeah,
head?
I like the loft to the head, so I just figured I'd try lighter and a little bit softer shaft.
Thanks.
There are a few players talking about the half degree stronger loft on short irons because it spins a lot more than one before. Like Stuart Sink, immediately he switched to half degree. He adjusted loft
Right.
half degree stronger.
What about
Only on the short irons though,
Yes.
and the wedge, and potentially the wedges.
what about putting? Did you notice significant difference when you were putting with the new ball?
Well, with this new Nike method putter, yeah. It's definitely a lot softer. That helps your feel around the greens. And a place like Augusta and Quail Hollow, where the greens are really, really fast, and on Sunday they get burned out, and you're going to have to worry about speed even on the 3-4 footers. Just because if you miss putts on really firm and fast greens, you're going to have 3 or 4, maybe 5 feet coming back. So the speed's very important, and that's really helped a lot on my putting.
What about bringing the ball to the market for the general public? Is it there, or when will it come out, or?
We launch it April 29th.
Right after one of these guys win the Masters.
It's a great story.
Anyone else? Hey Kay, how much lighter, how many grams lighter is your shaft? Do you know what the overall weight of the shaft is?
It's a Fuji car. We know that.
It's a blur. It's a blur, right?
It's between 6 and 7 grams. Yeah. Yes.
What's next and how do you get there? What goes in, what are you gonna do to get there?